Hello everyone, it's Kingdom Silver here, and in today's video, we're going to be discussing why junk silver is so valuable. Without further ado, please sit back, relax, and enjoy the rest of the video. Thank you so much for checking out the video. Let's dive right in. So a while back, I made a video talking about some things that I felt like silver stackers that were, recommending, hey, here's the best coins to stack in 2025, or the types of silver to stack in 2025, some things that they were getting wrong. And in my video, I based some criteria that I said, hey, these are what I'm primarily using to stack. And those were basing, categories of coins or silver based on utility, based on premiums, and then based on resale as well. So I thought that using some of that same criteria, I actually believe that this junk silver actually fulfills all of those three criteria. And we're going to get into that criteria in just a second. For those that are not familiar with junk silver, hey, where have you been? But just to clarify that a little bit, junk silver is 90% silver. Sometimes it's called that. Sometimes it's called constitutional silver. It's any dimes that you see up here, any quarters, or any half dollars that were minted before 1964. And again, they have that 90% silver content in them. So let's cover the first category of utility. How does junk silver fulfill that? Well, inherently, it's fractional silver. You can use this silver fractionally. You're not having to lug around a 1 ounce coin or even bars, 5, 10 ounce bars. You can use a very low denomination of silver. So if I was ever in a barter situation, I could pay with things with as low as this dime or as high up there as this half dollar. And it's also very easy to determine how much ounceage there is. Simply you take $1.25 face value, which I have right here, and that is roughly 1 ounce of silver. So from that aspect, it's very usable, it's very recognizable, as well as these are all government issued US coins. And if you took these anywhere, most people would recognize. They may not realize that there's silver in them, but if you took this anywhere in the US, most people would say, oh yeah, that's a quarter, or oh yeah, that's a half dollar. This one maybe not so much because it's older, but especially if it was the Kennedy half dollars, they'd probably say that, and definitely the dimes as well. So from that aspect, there's a lot of different ways that you can use junk silver. So let's talk about premiums next. And this is a place where I believe junk silver shines as well. And again, that might be an oxymoron to some because this isn't super shiny silver, say that 3 times fast. But I think it's a place where it does really well because in this case, I was able to pick up these half dollars at spot, and I've actually got more coming in the mail, more junk silver. It's either going to be quarters or dimes that I was able to pick up in a Memorial Day sale. So, you're able to pick this up, especially recently, at really low premiums. And to me, that is a huge advantage of this for 2 reasons. One, you can stack a lot of silver that's a government issued entity silver, which for a lot of the laws right now that are becoming pro silver, pro gold, they want it to be government issued. And it's also very recognizable, right? As we were talking about before with that utility of it being US coins. But on top of that, we need to remember that with junk silver, when all the premiums went crazy for American Eagles in 2021 and 2022, junk silver followed it. So at that time, you were paying $18, almost $20 over spot in some cases for American Silver Eagles, while people were paying 10, 11, 12 bucks over spot for US junk silver. Now, will we ever see a silver shortage like that again? I don't know. But that seems to me like if there's the opportunity for this to be that, high over spot again, why wouldn't I stack it? Why wouldn't I add that to my stack with the opportunity of potentially reselling it in the future? And that's where we get into the third point of the resale value. This stuff has the opportunity to be resold, and you can pick it up at spot. Like really, if I'm picking it up at spot, I couldn't get it out of the ground cheaper almost, right? So like to me, these fit every single category. They have great resale. They have I should say, the potential, right? Let's be clear on that. I won't say it has great resale value. It has the potential of resale value. It has the ability to be fractional and easily recognizable, which fulfills the category of utility, and it can also be picked up at low premiums and sold potentially at high premiums as well. So I think that junk silver is an absolute home run. In the comments, I'd love to hear, what do you think about junk silver? Do you stack quite a lot of it? Have you stayed away from it? Why not? Love to hear your thoughts. Without further ado, be blessed, be a blessing to others. We'll see you later.